Who is this video for? Do you grind your teeth at night? Do you have ear ringing or tinnitus? Do you have tension in your jaws from old operations, history of braces, jaw pain from clenching all the time, grinding your teeth at night, wearing down the enamels? Hi everyone, this is Tim at Wuxing Wellness in White Salmon, Washington, just across the bridge from Hood River in the Columbia River Gorge, situated in Washington and Oregon. And today I'll be sharing a set of movements I designed specifically for relaxing tension in the muscles and the bones of the jaw while helping relax breathing deeper, improving digestion and inner calm. The jaw goes all the way back here. You know, you can feel it, right? You can even feel it with me. Here you have your teeth, upper teeth, and then here you've got some sinuses, and you actually have sinuses up here too. But mostly we're going to be working with the jaw and the areas around the jaw. And I've studied Chinese Qigong, Chinese medicine, Taoist medical arts for over 10 years. And in response to almost every one of my patients needing this exercise, like every single one, young and old. Yeah, I've combined a popular meditation with self-massage techniques I've learned in medical school. Yeah, before we start, we're just going to talk a little bit about bones, why they might be tense or painful. A very interesting article looked at bones and the stress response. So it turns out a hormone released from the bones, again, hormones are these chemicals carried in the blood, very expensive to make, and then guide a lot of reactions in the body, right? So when we're stressed, either we had that cup of coffee because we're trying to really focus, we gotta do this thing, or something shocks us, or it's just everyday life and we're already like this. It actually that releases adrenaline, different hormones, cortisol, norepinephrine, from the adrenal glands, which are these little hats which sit atop the kidneys, which are right in your low back here. And then it actually causes the bone to release a hormone called calcitonin, and then you get the stress response, increasing heart rate, more sugar and blood going to the muscles, less away from the internal organs. So you might feel like, oh, I gotta get up and do something, or this really boring thing that I'm doing is not exciting. But over time, that wears on the bones and the generative hormones. So the sex hormones, those things that give you a libido, or calm, or cool, confidence. It's like I'm here, I'm present, I'm totally here, and I'm in my power. That's a different place. There's a place of being alert but calm. Those are more of the sex hormones, testosterone, DHEA, again. Those are the things that are building the bones, building the muscles. When we're stressed, it's drawing on the bones. Bones produce a hormone, and then we get the rapid heart rate. So a lot of bone pain then is a result of chronic stress. You start to degrade the bones. Can be a nutritional thing, not enough protein, not enough movement. Bones are like muscles. When we press into them, or when we vibrate them through exercise, they're the vibrations. It creates these little micro cracks, and we're just about to jump in here in the bone models that get stronger. And many people aren't thinking about bones like muscles, but they are. They need to be worked, otherwise they go dead. And when they go dead, you get rot. And when they rot, you hurt. So, and you lose the bone. So we got to exercise them, give them like some challenging stimulation to the point that it's like somewhat tender, and here we go. Okay, bones then able to receive more nutrition and become stronger and be less like, you know, this and that, and you know, it's like, ooh, they're brittle now. It's like, no, we don't have to get there, you know. And I've seen this, you know, people who do the regular movement, especially weight-bearing exercise, even if they had brittle bones, they can go from having brittle bones to being a lot more grounded. And when we think of that, you know, bones are not just from a physical sense, they're the most dense, hard, we say yin thing. But there's a spiritual idea that the more, the more in your bones you are, the more able you are to receive the spirit. So that's a translation of some very ancient ideas. So let's go into this. Hey everyone, before we jump in, just because I'm self-conscious and a perfectionist, you'll notice that my teeth are not perfect. And I feel like for this video they should be, right? But for me it's a work in progress too. And I actually have a video where I've been, we're talking about how do you get the teeth to fall into better alignment. It's like self-orthodontistry without the braces. And I do have a video on that, and the work I've done, I do have sustained results, although I want it to be even better. So if I've completed that video, by the time you're watching this, the link will be in the comments. And if it's not done yet, check back in later or reach out to me, send me an email and let me know you want to be the first to know. So first, just stimulating circulation. So we're going to clench the teeth 36 times, just very gently. And let's just do 9 together. So I'm clenching down, not to the point it hurts, but enough so that I can really want to feel the teeth all the way. Why don't we do 36? And then we're gonna swallow. So swallow the spit. 1, 2. We want the spit to go all the way to the stomach, cooling the system. 3. Again, this is regulating the digestion. We're creating these interesting hormones, which are then balancing out pH of the stomach and also regulating the digestion. So good. Next one, we're going to, and we're just going to do 9 each way. But when you practice at home, you want to do 36 or 9 very slowly, but with total integrity. We're going to take the tongue and we're going to swish it between the front of the teeth and the lips. First, we're going to start going to the left. Other way. Swallow 3 times. feel that, warmth, that warm, generative, nourishing substance go all the way down to the stomach. Good. So now we're going to, I forgot, we're going to take the tongue, top of the mouth, and go front to back. So be just behind the teeth, and then all the way to the back. Swallow 3 times. Good. Let's do a part 2. Okay, everyone, here is part 2 of our teeth qigong meditation. Good. Next we're going to pinch the jaws. So here we pinching. We really want to feel this jaw. We might have to go slow at first. So pinching, and it should feel good. We really want to feel this bone, right? Jaw. We're pinching on the outside and the inside. We might even get to the root of the teeth, right? We really want to feel things. It might feel tender if we're not used to it. Really feeling this bone. Oh, a little tender in here, right? Just pinching this bone. Feeling the bone, really putting in some pressure, like I'm grabbing underneath the bone and on top of the bone. So I have both sides of the bone. And then of course we can experiment, right? I really want the whole bone. I want to feel the whole bone. And look, my face is changing color, right? And I see this. I work on people and their face changes color. I'm like, oh my gosh, what's happening? And it's because the bone is like holding all that nourishing substance, and you're activating what's in the deep part of the bone. And people get like a facelift. It's like amazing, right? Beauty Secret 101, work with the bones. So here, okay, now I'm at the back. You have these really nice lymph nodes here. This area often hurts right now if I'm, probably like right at the back of the teeth, near the wisdom teeth, right underneath them, and ooh, it's tender there, really tender. So hang out. Good. Now we're in the jaw, ooh, tender. Oh gosh, it's tender. Okay, and now I'm coming up here. This is stomach 5, 6, and 7. These are acupuncture points. Ooh, very tender. So we don't want to think about anything else. Like it's more tender when I'm talking and doing it at the same time. But if I just relax, it feels kind of good. So just want to relax into that and breathe. Remember to breathe. Let your body breathe for you. I'm going to press till we feel the bone. Not just the muscle, but we really want to get to that bone, and we really want to, you can even grab the bone from both sides. Feel the bone. Press in till you feel the bone, or you feel it in the whole bone. It's almost like your bone, you're using your bone to feel the fingertips. So you feel the whole bone active. Okay. So again, you can feel, you could hang out here for a long time. I'm going to move on for the sake of the video, but really, the first time you do this, you could give yourself up to 40 minutes. Just hang out, just feel, just explore, be like, oh my gosh, this poor neglected part of me that's really a part of me. You can think of the bones as the entrance to the authentic self. It's like, oh my gosh, haven't been paying attention. So really give yourself time to nourish yourself in that way. It's like, okay, so now we've got here, let's see, where we, okay, so good. So we're underneath the cheekbone and now we're above the cheekbone here. Oh, and that feels good. So again, we started grabbing the jaw. We did go into the root of the teeth here. And then we worked our way up slowly. We're feeling this, just taking your time. And then we feel the cheekbone here, just above that cheekbone. Now we've got another point here. And we can, sometimes it just feels nice to relax. I have very gentle pressure here. Here I'm pressing in a bit more because the bone's not as used to being active. It's a little inert. It needs some reminder. You're alive, man. Ow. Okay. Now we're gonna get the upper teeth here. So here. I'm trying to feel all the way to the root. And I don't need to be so aggressive, just enough, like I don't want to hurt myself, but I want to, it might feel tender. I want to press in deeply enough that I can feel the entire bone, the bone root, and I press, and then there's still a relaxation in my pressing. So I still feel, wow. Okay. Here, now I'm at my cheeks. And, okay. So there's a point, and now we're working with the ear canal. This is more for the people who have tinnitus. That's from one theory is there's so many theories, but one theory is the actual cells in the ear canal are different bandwidths have been killed off, and so you're now hearing a weird frequency. And so, and this has, you can look online, people doing this self-massage, it works, right? People who stick with it consistently. I mean, you gotta teach the body a new thing. It's like, all right, the body's like, all right, now using these cells again, we better, all right, we're gonna put some energy there. So here, this is what we're doing. We're pressing. Like I'm not pressing, there's some points right in front of the ear, but you can feel they go right into the ear canal. They're just, you see this flap, and then right in front of that flap, you can feel there's a crevice and in the bone, and you're right in the ear canal. So here you can. So in the second part of this video, we'll wrap up the self-massage. It'll be another 6 minutes, and we'll review the whole thing, and then you'll be on your way. And then at the very end, there's a bonus section on the causes of tinnitus, ear ringing from a Western and Eastern perspective, and how to modify this self-massage to emphasize tinnitus reduction.